So sometimes when you order products, you have an expectation and that expectation isn't met. You become disappointed and so on. This is the opposite. Two products that I actually ordered here that I really wanted, and that's the Tactile Turn pen and this knife. And honestly, didn't expect much from the knife, but wait till you see what this thing is all about. So starting with the pen itself, I have not purchased a Tactile Turn pen before. And now I'm getting why people have said that it's such a higher quality implement than some of the other brands out there. I mean, I actually couldn't quite figure out how to get the insert out. And then, yeah, it's just hidden. It's just the tolerances and it's just so incredible how they've done this. And the milling pattern, it's really cool. You could just barely see it on camera. But yeah, it is definitely a cool thing. So Tactile Turn pens on the website for these products is $100, right? Except when I use Maxlvledc EDC, a 10% discount code on this pen, I get it for $90, which is less than Tactile Turn, and I don't have to pay shipping either. So it's cheaper to buy this pen in this form on OBuy. And what's cool is I know that this pen was purchased in bulk directly from Tactile Turn. Tactile Turn already got paid for it, which is awesome. So that was really cool. And now I have one to showcase, and yeah, I get it now. I get why these are so popular. The quality, fit, and finish are just phenomenal. So really, really nice. I'm looking forward to using that. One thing I will say is the amount of travel because of the dip here is something I'm going to have to get used to. You're never going to accidentally disengage this pen, where other pens you might accidentally knock it out of place. You're not going to have that happen with Tactile Turn. So very, very cool. And it did come in its own packaging from the company, so Tactile Turn packaging. And something they don't mention but was included as well is this. So I got a little case for the pen when I ordered it. And what's interesting, and we don't talk about this, they now have this new OEDC emblem, and they talk about how they're adding a gear section specifically for EDC gear from different makers. So they're trying to create a marketplace for people to do it. So this is going to be kind of a confirmation of what I thought in my video on OBuy. So that's pretty cool. Nice little case too. The thing I really want to point out, and I wanted to make this video as soon as I could because there's still a few days left in the sale, is this knife is one of the coolest things I have ever seen. So it's literally just barely fitting in this pouch. Yeah, 14C 28N. It's called the Sentry R1. I've already put my dirty paws all over it with a crossbar lock. I'm scared to actually flip this thing. Let me see if I get your fingers the heck out of the way. Yeah, this thing is crazy. It's on washers, which actually makes sense for a chef's knife. So if you were to get stuff inside, it's going to be a lot easier to clean with washers over bearings. It's quite literally a chef's knife. How big is this thing? I really want to find out. Hold on one second. Okay, so the blade alone, you're looking at 4.5 inches of blade and an additional, I would say about 5.5 inches. So you're looking at, I can add 6 plus 4, it's 10 total inches of knife here. Look at how thin, okay, sorry, get this stuff out of the way for a second. Look at how thin that blade stock is. And yeah, it did come razor sharp out of the box. In fact, I have a fun little thing we can do with that. So I think it's always appropriate to cut a knife magazine with a knife. Whoa. Oh yeah. Nice and sharp. And this is OEM'd by Kaiser. So really, really nicely done. This is currently rocking $55 price tag. And that is a lot of blade. So what I would use this for is a folding camp knife for camping. So instead of carrying a full shafts knife that you have to have a sheath for, you could carry this and do that instead. So it does actually reverse flick. Yes, be careful with this one. This is a full-on guillotine. Very sharp. I love that it has a nice long handle. You're going to have plenty of finger clearance. What a neat knife. That is really, really cool. It also came with a little patch. They do a bunch of these 3D PVC patches. I'm pretty sure what they are. But this is cool. This is cool what they're doing. I'm starting to really get into it. I'm looking forward to seeing who else joins. I think that who they have already is already pretty awesome. And I want to hear from these makers and see what their experience is with Obai. All I'm saying, and I'll say it again, as I said in that first video, I'm hoping they don't mess up this relationship, because if they're able to provide a good marketplace that doesn't take advantage of the makers, like Amazon does in many ways, I think that they could position themselves to be in a very, very good place and be able to make, well, everyone happy. The consumers get good prices, like I just got that Tactile Turn pen, and you get to build up some points that you can then use on future purchases. You get free stuff just for buying stuff on their website during sales. I mean, it's a cascade effect. There's just so much potential here for Obai to go with, and I wanted to get this video out before the sale ends, which should be in a few days. But yeah, very cool stuff. And now I have myself a Tactile Turn pen. Anyway, thanks again, guys, and we'll talk again soon.